I built this Bitcoin address value tracker in under 5 minutes. Enter any Bitcoin address, and it shows the BTC balance, current value in USD, a real-time price chart, and full wallet transaction history. This is everything you need to monitor a Bitcoin wallet address. The only thing required is a Moralis Bitcoin API and Claude code. I'm about to show you the entire project setup from start to finish. Let's get started. All right, guys, the very first thing we're going to do is open up a terminal like this and then navigate to our desktop. On our desktop, let's create a folder. Let's call it Bitcoin API Value Tracker. And then let's go into that folder. And then while we're inside of this folder, we need to run this command, this Moralis Onchain Skills repository. So what this allows Claude to do is it basically allows LLMs like Claude or Codex to fully understand how to implement these APIs. It reads the documentation and it just fully grasps what it takes to scaffold a project like we're building today. So let's choose Claude Code, Project, Install. So right now the skills are installed into this project, and that's the first setup step that we need to do. The second is we need to open this project up into a code editor. So let's open this up. And then inside of here, we need to create two files. We need to create a .env and a .getignore. And these two files are very important because .getignore basically hides private keys from being pushed to GitHub, which could be a security issue. So that's why we want to include that file. And we just write .env inside of here. And then in the .env file, we need to create a variable for our Moralis Bitcoin API key. So let's just type out Moralis API key equals. And then inside of here, we're going to paste our API key. And I'll show you how to get that right now. The way we get our Bitcoin API is extremely simple. So all we need to do is go to Moralis.com, we sign in or create an account, and then we get put into the Moralis admin panel, which you see right here. And then on the top right corner here, we can get the API key. We just copy that. We go back to our project inside of our code editor and we paste it right here. I don't do this on screen because this is a private file. That's why we put the .env into the .getignore file. So this is something we don't share on screen or with anybody else. But that's where you would paste it, within these quotation marks. So at this point, our project is all set up and ready to go once I paste that in. And the best part comes now. We get to basically prompt and talk to Claude. So once I paste that in, we type in Claude. And then now we can just tell Claude exactly what we want out of this project and on the UI. So we can just type out something like build a Bitcoin address value tracker using the Moralis Bitcoin API. And then I'm going to include even more features that I want to see out of this UI. So specifically the ability to input a Bitcoin address and basically show that address the value compared to the price of Bitcoin within certain time frames, like 24 hours or 7 days. So you just go through the process of accepting these commands from Claude. And right now what it's going to do, now that we installed the skills, it's going to read how to implement this Bitcoin API correctly. And it's going to build this foundational UI that we can actually interact with in real time using the Moralis Bitcoin API. So let's just sit back and let Claude Code do its magic. And then very shortly from now, we'll be able to actually interact with this in real time and get real prices and values from Bitcoin addresses. All right, guys, Claude Code is all finished developing this out for us. So now all we need to do is just type out launch this app in a browser. And what Claude Code is going to do, it's going to spin up a development server in the background and then launch this app in a browser so we can interact with it in real time. So this is exciting. I cannot wait to see what this looks like. Oh, check this out, guys. Look how great this looks. So Claude put together an amazing, simple UI, which you know I love, with just a price chart here of Bitcoin. And what we can do is we can choose a time frame of the price. So when it shows us the price of Bitcoin over time, thanks to the Moralis Bitcoin API. And then we can even include a Bitcoin address here. So this is a real Bitcoin address. It looks like currently has about 1.6 BTC in there. Current market value at about 11K on today's date. And Bitcoin is down today almost 5%. So it's a rough day for the Bitcoin market, but it is nice that we can see the value of this wallet compared to the price of Bitcoin over time. Just a very nice feature that you might want to develop if you're creating a wallet or if you want to implement this type of analytical behavior into your apps. The Bitcoin API from Moralis is what you need. So we also get a transaction history for this wallet address, which is great, and it's just handy to have. We can see the incoming and outgoing transactions and see the value over time change. So we can see it's constantly receiving Bitcoin, so it looks like someone might just be depositing it to their wallet from another wallet or another exchange. It's just a cool feature. This is how I like to view my wallet activity in a simple format like this. Very easy to read, very clean. And this is just one example of what you could build. I mean, you could build all types of things with the Moralis Bitcoin API, such as portfolio trackers, exchange portfolio outflows of BTC. You could just basically track the movements of Bitcoin on the Bitcoin network in many different ways that are valuable to your customers and your own applications. And it's very easy to get started. All you need to do is go to moralis.com, sign in, create an account, and you get an API key in seconds. This way you can start building quick and you don't have to worry about all the infrastructure it takes to build something out like the app we just built in a matter of 5 minutes with Claude code. So take a few minutes today, check out moralis.com and the Bitcoin API and start building out the features that people want to see. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll see you in the next one.